listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Mamba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Mamba.
It wasn't almost.
I know Tony almost didn't show up because he's a bitch ass motherfucker.
Ow. You came out swinging, Junkyard. I just made an observation.
Someone sounds a little butthurt.
I'm not butthurt.
Is he still obsessed with you?
You sound as upset as you were when you were obsessed with me.
No.
So I need to ask you one question, Junkyard. And that is, why are you so obsessed with me?
I'm not obsessed with you.
You're very obsessed with me.
No, I'm not.
What I do severely impacts you.
No, it doesn't.
And I could see that it like...
I am upset because I care about this podcast and I care about the fans, and
if you care so much, why didn't we record earlier?
I care enough to record.
And
plus so
do I, because I'm here, ain't I?
Unlike you two, I didn't get a chance to spend time with my Valentine yesterday.
Well, it's because she's in Mexico.
You don't get to spend time with her at all.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but I got to spend some
regardless
Skype
of the
time.
holiday. Would you guys? So that's why.
But they don't. But Valentine's doesn't even exist in Mexico. You could have told her.
It does exist.
You can tell her Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and you could have Skyped tomorrow.
No,
and she would know the difference.
I work tomorrow. First of all, second of all, it does exist. It exists in Mexico.
You should
everybody was doing shit.
Tell
Mexico.
her that Valentine's Day was canceled this year in the U.S. and she wouldn't know.
She would know because she's not stupid.
What
she lives in another country doesn't make her stupid.
So is that why we're recording so late? Because you had this Skype date?
Yes, because...
what did you guys do?
So how does that work? How does a Skype Valentine's Day work?
So this is what we did.
You send a lot of heart emojis. Just heart emojis back and forth.
You could do that like without it being Valentine's Day, but okay.
That's not what we did. So this was actually kind of her idea.
You watched porn together.
No, we didn't watch porn together.
Did you touch yourself?
No, I did not touch myself.
I think you did because you're very casual right now. You're wearing pajama bottoms.
And you never wear pajama bottoms.
Yeah, because I got changed a long time ago.
Oh.
Well, why'd you get changed for?
Because I wanted to get comfortable.
You never want every time I show up to your house.
Keyword is he wanted to be comfortable.
Whenever I show up to your house at night, it's like 8 o'clock and you're still sitting down with your shirt tucked in.
Yeah, but I took a shower and it's already 10 o'clock, so I wanted to get comfortable.
Keyword there is comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Comfortable.
You guys are dumb as fuck.
What did you guys do though?
So
does that mess up the touchscreen though?
What?
Like if you get like stuff on it?
We didn't do anything, first of all. Second of all, even if we did, why the fuck would I be touching the screen after I did it?
Just like zoom in or something?
No, there's no need to zoom. There's no zooming in Skype anyway.
You know how you pinch zoom?
No, there's no zooming in Skype.
Oh.
Anyway, nothing. We just ate dinner together.
How do you eat together if like you're in different countries?
So this was the
you
plan.
ate at the same time?
No, we ate the exact same thing.
What did you guys eat?
So it's because we had a hard time figuring out what we were gonna eat because we planned this out. Well, actually, she planned this out. This was her idea.
Women, huh?
Can't you just eat whatever?
The whole point was make it like if we were together, you idiot. God, you're dumb.
Okay, so you're gonna sit down and Skype while you eat the same thing.
Exactly.
But you're from two different countries, so obviously the food is not going to be the same.
But it was the same. We made sure it was the same, and this is
Let
how.
me guess, tacos.
No, it wasn't tacos.
That's all they have in Mexico, though.
That's all Mexico, you asshole. See, this is the reason why Trump is, hating on Mexicans. People like you who think, everybody all they do is eat tacos, and they're poor, and they don't know what Valentine's Day is.
If the Mexicans had it their way, there'd be a taco truck on every corner.
Exactly.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, right. Everybody wants that.
I would want that.
Nah, dude.
All right, so you're eating your tacos, and then what?
No, we weren't eating tacos. We were trying to figure out like what we could both get. I mean, there's a lot of things we could get, but we couldn't think about like what we both wanted. Like I wanted Thai food, but there's no Thai food in Mexico really, and she wanted sushi, but I don't know of any sushi places that like I could just pick up from, at least around here.
There's plenty.
Around here, where?
You just Google
Name one.
7-Eleven.
Name one.
7-Eleven. They have sushi.
That's fucking gross. I'm not gonna
7-Eleven
eat
does have
sushi
sushi.
from 7-Eleven.
And it's like, and I'm sure if you get it like after 5 p.m., it's like at least 50% off.
Yeah, because it's probably like really old.
I bet. I got hot wings from 7-Eleven the other day,
God,
and those are so
gross.
shitty. So I could only imagine how terrible their sushi would be.
So
hey, you never know. What if their sushi's like?
I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I was like, let me just try.
Yeah.
It's very convenient.
You're
Let
a
me
good guy,
just try
Mongo.
these.
You're a good guy.
yeah, I'm sure that everybody raves about the sushi at 7-Eleven.
You're a friend to capitalism. Mongo.
So so we decided, like, she's like, oh, you know what? I haven't had in a long time. I was like, because at this
Some dick.
today, well, that, but this
Joker's like, me neither. It's been a while.
So I was like, well, since we can't, because we were thinking about this for a week and we really couldn't come up with something. So finally today we're like, you know what? Just fuck it. I don't even give a fuck. She wanted to make it romantic, like a romantic
It took
dinner.
you a whole week to decide what you both wanted to eat at the same time.
Not what we wanted, but what we could eat because of the different countries.
So
what do you call it? So what we came upon, she's like, what I didn't eat in a long time was KFC, and we could get those in both countries. Like, all right, fine, fuck it, let's just eat KFC.
KFC?
KFC.
Yeah, because we couldn't come up with like.
Is that a delicacy in Mexico?
No, it's not a delicacy in Mexico. But anyway, it's just because it was something we were trying to like,
How do you
just
say
agree upon.
KFC in Spanish?
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That just sounds like you're saying it in a weird accent.
Well, that's what they say it. Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Don't they say like pollo frito?
No,
It's just
Kentucky. Anyway,
so that's the best. After a week of deliberation,
yeah,
the best you could do.
because we were gonna cook, but then like we just like kind of forgot about it, and we just didn't decide what we were gonna cook.
So what did you get?
So I just got a number one. I think it was like a $5 meal.
What is it?
It was like a thigh,
Why didn't you get
drum,
that? Why didn't you get that golden
a
chicken?
biscuit.
Yeah,
At least if you're gonna get KFC, at least get whatever
What's
the
the,
fuck.
what's the golden
it's a
chicken?
new
Exactly,
thing that
that's
they
the whole
have.
thing.
I don't
they
know
have.
what it is. I never heard
It's
of
like
it.
a honey glazed chicken.
Oh, I didn't even know they had that. But anyway, I got it comes with like mashed potatoes and biscuit and a cookie.
What'd she get?
So she bought, and she didn't just buy for herself, she bought for everybody. So this is the thing. So
So did everybody eat KFC?
no, it was just me and her.
She
But
bought it for her
because-
family?
Because she bought it for her family, but her
She
family
bought it for
didn't
her family, but they couldn't eat with her because she was on a date.
But her family didn't want
So
it.
she kicked her out of she kicked the rest of her family out of the kitchen.
Her family didn't want to eat with her because Myra made some stupid ass comment and she pissed me off. And we started this whole date started off wrong because it was a lover's quarrel right at the beginning.
All right. So first of all, you're deliberating for a week on what you guys want to eat.
Okay.
You finally decide on.
She decided KFC. It was her.
She decides K-fuck, and then she gets for her whole family, but then she eats by herself.
No, this is the thing. So she
Okay.
not only did she not eat by herself, she didn't want to eat at all.
So after
So-
she, all right, hold on. You need to like slow down a little. So you decided KFC, right?
Yeah.
She goes out and buys for her and her family.
Yes.
You go out and you get your
My
number or
own
whatever,
single meal,
and then
yes.
you get back in. You log on to Skype, check your minutes, make sure you got enough, and then
You don't need minutes for
then
Skype.
what?
So I was like, so she's like, oh, I don't feel like eating anymore. I was like, why?
What?
I was like, why? I got upset. She's like, because I don't want to eat this cloned chicken. I was like,
Well, she's not wrong.
no, well,
She's not. Yeah.
No, she is wrong because they don't clone chickens, you asshole. First of all.
All right, this
Second of all-
genetically modified chicken.
Well, but they're still not cloned.
Okay, well, still.
And
close enough.
and they're probably not even genetically modified.
They are.
The chickens?
Yeah. Well, they're a little genetically modified.
little
but
bit. Yeah.
But not to the extreme that she was making it.
They got a little bit of gene altering in them, but it's okay.
Junker, genetically modified, it either is or it isn't. There's none like, oh, it's only a little bit
just like,
genetically
just like
modified.
when you get pregnant, it's like you
you
get
get a little bit
pregnant.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You'll get a little pregnant. You'll necessarily get
okay.
like real pregnant.
Oh, when you get a
you don't
disease,
get real.
you only have a little bit of AIDS.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
duh.
I see how it works now.
Yeah.
That's why Magic
The
Johnson's
beak
still
is
around.
on the back of the chicken's head, but it's still good. It's still good.
Anyway,
So she says she doesn't want to eat mutant chicken anymore.
yeah. Not just no. She doesn't want to eat KFC because she thinks that's mutant chicken. I'm like, how is this different than any other chicken that you eat? Like all chickens are mutant chickens.
They're not free
Like,
range.
Yeah, like if you're gonna eat like, any chicken you get from the fucking market is gonna be the same chicken, like same type of chicken. It's gonna be just as fucked up.
So is that what you guys initially
So-
fighting about?
Yes.
But how did she come to this conclusion between the time she decided she wanted KFC?
She don't.
She went to go. Did someone like stop her on the way home?
No.
Like
Somebody was handing out flyers in front of KFC.
and she's like, oh shit! After she bought it,
She's like, they were like, don't eat clone chicken.
and she's like, oh my god! And then like KFC she probably lost her receipt, and there's no return policy. Well, you know, Mexico is like the Wild West. They don't give a fuck about customer service. So
No, that's
there's
not
no
what
way
happened.
she could return that chicken. All right, so she's stuck with this meal of like for 10 people for chicken.
It's 12 pieces. 12 people.
Oh, sorry, Mexico. They get one piece per day. All right, so
Anyway, so she Yeah, so she's like, no, I don't want to eat this, and her family don't want to eat it because she started talking shit about it being cloned.
So now nobody wants to eat
no,
this.
nobody wants to eat the chicken. And I was like, what the fuck?
Nobody wants to eat all
So
this
there's just like a
chicken
bucket of chicken that
that nobody wants to touch because it's cloned.
And she's like, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, you made me. First of all, this was your idea. Second of all, KFC was your idea as well. Third of all, like, I went out of my way to get fucking KFC and like come. Like, I didn't even.
I think the only one around here is in Berwyn on Cermak.
No, I didn't even go over there. I went on my way back from work, so it was on like Archer.
So,
it was actually by the liquor store.
So I could see why you'd be upset. Because you had to go buy something that you didn't really want in the first place,
right? And something technically I didn't want to do that. Like I didn't want to even like
when's the last
do
time
this whole thing.
Before KFC?
Before
I don't eat KFC. I eat Popeyes.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
I don't even like KFC.
Why don't you just get Popeyes? She would know the difference.
Yeah, I probably could have, but there's no Popeyes in Brown either. Popeyes actually further than KFC. KFC's
That's true.
No,
there's
more
one on
convenient.
Cermak.
From
Yeah,
here,
but from
from
work here.
For those that don't know,
there's one on the way.
there's not one around Junkyard.
Yeah.
There's one around me, but it's still kind of out of the way for you.
Right.
But if it's Popeyes, it's worth it.
For
those of you that don't know,
especially those
Popeyes
those Cajun
is awesome.
fries. Those
I mean,
fries alone.
don't get me wrong. I love Popeyes, and I will.
Biscuits,
red beans and rice.
Biscuits.
I will travel to get Popeyes. It's fine. But she wanted KFC, and I was trying to stay true to the the whole idea of this is like trying to be together.
I would have got Popeyes. I'm like, sorry, babe. As it turns out, KFC got bought out by Popeyes. So this is what we're.
This is the American version of KFC. Popeyes.
So you gotta get creative, Junkyard.
Anyway,
irregardless, move on.
I don't want to start my marriage with a lie. Anyway, so I was like already pissed. I was pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, you're over.
Wait a minute. I started out my relationship with a lie when they're like, hey, do you want to be with me? I'm like, yeah. Now, can we get it in?
Anyway, so
But why? What changed her mind? Like, why did she not want to eat all of a sudden? After she
because she started. Okay, so she always says clone shit. Like she's like, I don't want to eat American food because it's all cloned. Like I don't like McDonald's because it's cloned beef. And then it's like, and I was like, first of all, they don't clone animals for like consumption.
Not yet.
Uh-huh. But I'm like, they only clone for like scientific purposes. And second of all, like they've already established that clone food is okay because cloning isn't like all it is making something again.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not gonna taste cloned chicken.
Is that
or
what
cloned beef is not gonna taste any different than regular beef.
It's like when you right click and you copy and then you paste it somewhere else.
Exactly.
All you have is another one of the same thing.
Exactly.
Is that why they cloned Dolly the sheep?
Yeah.
They just wanted to eat her?
They don't want to eat her.
They actually did. They just wanted another Dolly.
Yeah.
Because what happened was that they're going to use that wool to make 2 identical sweaters.
So anyway, so I was like, I'm like, it's not any different anyway. I'm like, if anything, you should be like upset that like in Mexico, like the majority of the meat in Mexico is like from China, and that shit's fucking horrible. Like it's got like crazy amounts of steroids. It's got more than the U.S. And like that's why people like athletes that go to Mexico and eat meat always get busted for steroids and shit because it's got like all sorts of like nasty like shit. Like Frank Mir got busted for roids in the UFC because he was eating in Mexico. He was eating beef.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so a couple of NFL players too. Like it's actually like a known thing. Like don't eat meat in Mexico if you're an athlete and you're gonna get like drug tested. So anyway, so I'm like, if anything, you're eating all this like.
Yeah, because it's not regulated.
Right, it's not exactly. It's not regulated. I'm like, you need to like you're over here talking shit about like clone chickens and shit when everything you're eating is just as bad if not worse. And she's like, yeah, but it just doesn't taste that way. I'm like, fucking, it doesn't taste. You can't taste a clone chicken, even if you could.
You should have like a taste test. Like, all right, there's 2 pieces of chicken. One's cloned and one's the original, and then see if she could spot which one. Like, this tastes cloned.
So anyway, she's like, yeah, I know, but I have it in my head that it's cloned. She's like, I don't know, that's just my opinion. And I'm like, that's another problem. It's not a fucking opinion. There's facts and there's like, and not facts. And it's a fucking fact that they don't fucking clone chickens. So shut up about it. She was pissing me off, especially she's got me all worked up because of her not wanting to eat over some stupid shit like that. After I went out of my way and did stuff.
Have you ever like just thought? Just like, all right, I'll just let her be ignorant on her own, and I'm going to eat my KFC.
I did, but the house was already worked up, and by then it was already too late.
I'm curious as to what triggered. Something triggered her.
No, she just, I don't know. Because I think she was making a joke to her sister, and then after that, she thought it got in her head. She's like,
hey, you know what?
Oh,
this chicken is cloned, huh? Wait a minute.
Exactly.
No, I don't want any.
Did she suddenly become woke?
Yeah, I guess.
From the time she purchased the chicken, and then she got home,
Yeah.
she's like, holy shit, I'm woke. And then she gets home and her whole family's like all excited. They haven't had chicken in like 3 months, and all of a sudden, no, now she's got them like thinking it's cloned, and they won't eat it.
So yeah. Anyway, it was just a big mess. And then after that, she's like, we got upset. She got upset because I was upset, and I was
She just
upset
woke
because of the
up, she
chicken
was like,
thing.
Mass consumption of chicken is genocide.
No,
Shit like that.
she still likes chicken. She doesn't like clone chicken.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyway, so then I was like, all right, whatever. I was trying to get over it, and I'm like, okay, so this was our plan. Our plan was to eat dinner together. We were gonna
No,
finish
eat dinner at the same time.
whatever. You know what I meant.
I don't want you to like mislead the
You
listeners.
wanted to have dinner on the same bandwidth. That's
Exactly. Anyway,
on the same Skype channel.
and we were gonna finish answering the questions that we got from our premarital retreat a few months ago that we never finished answering, and then we were gonna watch a romantic movie,
which movie did you guys have lined up?
Pretty Woman,
You should have watched.
which I love, by the way.
No, you know what you should have watched? A movie about cloning. What's a good clone movie?
A
should watch-
clone movie?
You should watch Clone Wars.
Or, no, the Sixth Day.
yeah.
That's a good. That would have been the best one.
You should have watched it. Like, oh, I know a good movie we could watch, babe.
Just
watch
Arnold
The
Schwarzenegger
6th Day.
trying to figure out who's who for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I am you, but I am you. Who are you? You are me.
Anyway, so yeah, or Multiplicity. Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I love. That's a
Michael
really good
Keaton.
one. Even as a kid, I don't know why I liked that movie so fucking much.
Anyway, so yeah, so we got into an argument. I'm like, "Do you want to answer the question?" After I finished eating, like, "Do you want to answer the question?" She's like, "No, I can't find them." She's giving me attitude. I was like, "Well, why don't
It's
you
like-
go look for them?"
You're like, I could see them right. They're right next to you. We're on Skype.
And she's like, "I don't want to look for them." I'm like, "Whatever, all right, fine, fuck it." So I started watching. So I went to my room. I was in the kitchen at the time, and I went to my room, started watching New Girl, and like I'm gonna give her a moment to like just chill the fuck out
Before you call her again.
So-
before I hang up. No, we were still on the phone before I fucking hang up on her.
So when you get into fights like that and like you want to storm off, do you like?
I just hang up.
Do you just take the computer with you and you like storm off like
No.
with the computer like kind of like angled so she could see you walking away, or do you angle it towards the door so that when you storm off she could see you walking out the door and then you slam the door?
No, I just hang up.
you just slam.
Or
the
another thing I'll do is I'll put it on mute and I'll turn the camera off. So instead of hanging up, it's like she just doesn't. It's like I'm there. She knows I'm there, but it pisses her off more that she can't see me or hear me.
Oh,
Very petty.
that is nice. That's a good one to remember.
Anyway,
So put it on mute
and turn the video off.
and turn the video off, but you're still there,
Exactly.
but she can't see or hear you.
Exactly.
But you can see and hear her.
Exactly.
Nice.
Anyway, so I started watching New Girl, and this was before the episode was over. I was like, I turned around to her and I was like, "So do you want to answer the questions or what?" And she's like, "Oh, fine." Finally, she gave in, and then we went on the rest of merry way. And once we started answering the questions, she stopped being mad, and I wasn't mad anymore.
So she still didn't eat the chicken though.
No,
There's like a bucket of cold chicken sitting on her
Yep.
table right now.
her dad might eat it, maybe, unless he doesn't want clone chicken either.
I mean, she's a fool for spending money on chicken that she's not even going to eat.
I don't know, man.
Well, I'm sorry that you had such a bummy Valentine's
Wait,
Day.
no, it was after like I said, after the whatchamacallit, the thing we started watching the movie, and she started falling asleep right before you guys got here. So it's all good. Everything was alright. So yeah.
Oh,
Listen,
since you
I was-
guys asked, I had a really good Valentine.
Actually, we didn't. I thought
No,
we
we
were
were
gonna
done.
keep
We were
moving.
moving on.
Yeah, but I had a really good Valentine's
So Tony,
Day.
what did you do for the Valentine's Day?
Well, let me tell you about what I did, and then we're gonna move on. Because we're gonna keep this quick and dirty.
Uh-huh. Well, we just spent 15 minutes talking about cloned chicken.
But that was interesting.
18.
Can you top that? Are you gonna top that story?
18 minutes?
Yeah.
Are you gonna top that story?
Yeah, I'm going to top that story. Well, no,
No, you're not. The highlight of yours is you bowled a 174.
I did bowl the
That,
174.
good for you.
Long story short, so... What?
Nothing.
Are we actually recording?
Yeah, we were recording.
Oh, okay.
I was testing the non-recording audio. Remember, I told you I set up differently now, so you
Yes.
guys could hear me, but they couldn't hear me.
Ah,
They might have heard me over your mics, but they couldn't hear me directly from my mic.
but
That's
everything's good.
Everything's good. Keep going.
All right. So anyway, Sunday, I took my girlfriend out to eat at this restaurant called Italian Village. Very fancy. I'm assuming it's fancy because I paid $12 for valet. Oh, all right. Valet.
Oh shit!
$12 to have somebody drive my car.
Did you
He should be paying me money. Yeah, I gave him I forgot how much I gave. I told him to just give me $2 back.
So you gave him a 20,
Yeah.
and you asked for $2 back.
Yes, I gave him. So he got
So
$5 or
$6.
$6 back.
That's 50%.
Whatever.
That is very generous of you.
I was balling. What
I
else?
see, you're trying to impress your girl.
What else? And then yesterday we went bowling. And I usually hate bowling. All right, I take it back. I hate bowling in large groups. You know when like people say, "Hey, let's all go bowling," and it's like 10 people. It's the worst because like your turn takes forever to come up. People aren't really being serious. They're just there to like it's fun for them for 5 minutes and they quit. But it was just me and my girlfriend, so it got competitive. The first game she fucked me up, but then the first game was a warm up. The second game,
The real game.
I rolled a 174.
Is that good?
And she was fucking speechless.
What's the highest score?
That's average. 300.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right. I like to see you guys roll a 174.
I could probably do a 180.
I probably do 200. No, I'm just kidding. I probably
Yeah,
would do 200.
exactly.
But I get better than 174.
Yeah, if you had the fucking bumpers on the gutters, so it didn't.
I've seen you play bowl.
Play
bowling.
That was weird. I've seen you play bowling.
I've seen you play bowl. The fuck?
You're so stupid.
Shit.
But yeah, I think I have a newfound love of bowling.
It's better than inauguration.
No, that's funny. Inauguration, that's hilarious. It's comedy gold. I don't even know why I got made fun of for that.
Yeah, be funny because you're an idiot.
Yeah. That was my Valentine's Day.
Tony, what'd you do for Valentine's Day?
No, we should talk about what we did over the weekend.
Hold on.
Oh,
wait,
we'll get to
no,
that,
no,
yeah.
no,
I didn't do anything. I told you I was at home.
On Saturday?
On Saturday we went out. That's what I was
After-
talking
Wait,
about.
are you talking about
Yeah, I
Valentine's
was
Day?
talking
or-
Before that.
Before that, I had class.
After that.
I saw you guys.
Before that.
That's nothing. All right.
What are you getting at?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get anything. I was just curious.
Okay. So, Saturday. Mamba, you want to talk about what we did Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. I don't know about you, but I went to possibly the worst bar ever.
Horrible bar. Horrible. It
was our
I had a great
I don't
time.
even want to name the name of it because it's horrible.
It's not that it was horrible.
No, I
It's-
fucking hated it.
It's called the Bottled Blonde.
it was our buddy's birthday.
I give it 0 stars.
If it was a different crowd,
Dude, it was full.
it's not for people who are in their 30s and late 20s. This is if you're like 19 and have a fake ID. That's a perfect place for you.
That's true. You're right. You're right. It's a different crowd. I feel like we're too old for this shit. Like, there's just so many people. Like, we could barely get in. We're lucky we fucking got in first.
I don't know why he decided, you know what? I want people to show up, but I also want to make it the most inconvenient place possible. Like, no parking.
Well, luckily we
Really
Ubered it.
crowded.
Really crowded. There's
Extremely
a line.
crowded. We couldn't barely move.
And expensive ass drinks.
Expensive. You
A
know
bo-
what sounds...
We bought a bottle of beer. Or bottle, I'm sorry.
A bucket.
A bucket of beer. And it was 40 bucks each?
Well, it was
after tip, it was 40
was
bucks.
35.
It was 35. Which is like $6 a beer, if I'm not mistaken. Something like right around there.
What?
Right?
7.
Yeah.
Is it 7?
There's 5
No,
beers.
because
so
there
it's
were
7.
6 beers, I think.
So it's about 6.
Right, it was like $6 a beer. But still, that's pretty fucking expensive.
Yeah, for Bud Light.
Yeah, for Bud
Yeah,
Light.
for Bud Light, right. It wasn't like it was like a good beer.
And it was just like super crowded. It was people were bumping into me left or right. I mean, I guess it was because like our friend got a VIP area, which I guess was okay. You kind of just like stand there.
Yeah, but the problem was like that it was so fucking packed. Like even the VIP area wasn't VIP because it's like
Everybody was bunched up
pushing into you,
together.
Yeah.
But what is it? It's like it looked like an Old Spice commercial. Or no, I take that back. I like Old Spice.
What is it like? Everyone looked like they smelled like Axe body spray.
Oh yeah, that's. It smelled like everybody.
No, it looked like
It
it.
looked
Looked like everybody used Axe body spray. Like if you took an Axe body spray commercial, like all the extras, they were in that bar.
It was pretty.
It was like,
pretty
I think a Yelp review said that it was like Borough Central, which is everybody was young.
It was just I did not. I mean, I had okay time, but I just like
Nah, it wasn't my scene.
it wasn't my cup of tea.
So,
I'd rather not go there ever again.
but our friend that it was his birthday, he's a little bit more flashy. You know, he likes the limelights and VIP. Like I took a step in VIP because I've never done that. I didn't feel any
Well,
different.
technically it wasn't-
I was just higher than everybody.
Technically it
But
wasn't
did you
VIP, it
notice
was
how?
like a
But did you notice
reserved-
that people looked at you differently?
Yeah, like I didn't belong there.
No, they looked at you like you didn't belong before you stepped into the VIP. Everyone was like, "Oh, what's this?"
They're
guy?
like,
is this guy
"Hey,
lost?"
what's the bathroom attendant doing out here?"
Yeah, but then once you step down to that VIP area, like,
They're like, "Oh,
man, this guy belongs."
that's a normal person."
yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't. It was okay. I wouldn't go there again.
Yeah,
I had more fun after that place.
At Wicker Tavern.
Wicker Tavern, yes, because it was me and Tony. Nobody else wanted to go out. It was just me and Tony and his friend
And her
and
cousin.
her cousin. And we went to Wicker Tavern. We had a pretty good...
They're listeners of the show too, by the way.
They are?
Yeah.
All right, well, they had a really good time. We had a really good time. And Tony's friend was like, oh, we'll give you guys a ride home.
Yeah, because my friend showed up with her cousin. She met us up at the first bar, and she was at some other place. So her cousin left her car at this one place by Wicker Park.
It was on Division and never... All right, I'm going to... What is it? This is a disclaimer. During the wintertime, I think it's all the time, actually. Never leave your car past 3 a.m. on Division.
Before April 1st.
Before April 1st or Milwaukee.
Yes.
Because you will not have it at 3:01.
So we go to Tavern. So we all took an Uber from the Bottle Blonde to Tavern, and then we're just there. And that was fun. We had some drinks. Do we have shots?
Yeah, for free.
Oh.
The bartender.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Z.
Oh, yeah. Shout out for the shots.
Is Z like as in she doesn't like her? She's gender neutral.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
gender. We don't know if
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
sex
Don't
of-
say she's gender
Oh,
neutral.
I'm sorry. Z's gender
Z
neutral.
is gender neutral.
That's what I meant.
So
Sorry, I'm still getting used to these pronouns.
So we're there till I think they asked us to leave.
Yeah.
So the lights come on, it's time to go, and I was just gonna take an Uber to my house. But my friend's like, no, we'll drop you off. Like, let's just Uber it to Division and Damon, and then from there we're like, she was gonna drive us all home, which was like, okay, that'll work. So we get there, we tell the cab driver, take us to this place. I mean, not the cab, the Uber driver. So the Uber driver turns, and then what do we find? Nothing. There is nothing. Nothing
Oh,
but
yeah.
like there's like a dumpster, and we're like, well, maybe the car's parked behind the dumpster.
Well, I was sitting in the front of the Uber, and when he turned the corner and I just saw empty street, I didn't want to say it, but I was like, oh, she got her fucking car towed. But I was like, maybe they see something and I don't, because I see nothing.
And sure enough, it was affirmed that nobody saw nothing.
But it was okay though, because they were like, oh shit. Your friend was like, oh shit, my car's towed. And then the Uber driver, he's this nice Indian fellow, was like, yeah, they tow it at 3 o'clock after 3 o'clock, but I know where they take it.
Yeah.
And
It's right by Mama's house.
And
yeah, it was
yeah.
it was literally like 2 blocks away from my.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I know where it's at, and I'm like, and I happen to know that place is open 24 hours.
Because then the same thing happened to your brother.
Yes,
and it also happened to one of our friends. We went to take her to get her car.
yeah, and it also happened to Dr. Cologne.
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
That place,
It's happened to everybody
That
basically.
place has claimed a lot of cars.
Yeah.
And I live over there, and I never really noticed it. Like I know,
I pass by it every time I go to your house.
I noticed I figured that it was that place because I always see tow trucks around there. But it wasn't until she got a car towed and we started driving around, and this was already like 5 in the morning, 4,
It's like 5:30.
5:30.
You should just had her drop you off at your house instead of coming here.
Huh?
You left your car here
Yeah.
at my house, but you should have just let her drop you off at home and picked it up the next day.
I should have, but she offered, so I was like,
She's a doll, by the way. She's
yeah,
a
they were
sweetheart.
great. But like after they
She bought me
realized,
breakfast the next day.
after I realized that they towed the car, I noticed that all these fucking tow trucks like just claiming casualties. There was one tow truck that rolled into the place that had 2 cars. I didn't even know that was possible.
They're like doubling up.
It would like had
And
one
they-
car in the
and-
rack and it was dragging another one.
And then they must put like turbos on these because these tow trucks were like flying down the street, like they were just like gunning.
Yeah.
I was like, so we get there and there's like this.
This place, they are sitting on a gold mine
Yep.
on the weekends.
So we get in there and there's like about 30 people there and they're all in line. Everybody got their car towed. Everyone's pissed. And
Oh, first of all, you forgot that your friend, the Uber driver was
yeah.
going to take
can,
us.
Can we give her a name? Because your friend.
call her Miranda.
All right,
Like
Miranda.
Miranda rights.
Yeah, Miranda, who owned the car. After the Uber driver was like, "Yeah, I'll take you guys there," and then they start driving, and she was like, "What do I need?" Like, "Oh, you definitely need your driver's license, or whatever." And she's like, "Oh shit, I don't have it. I left it at the bar."
So we're already like almost there, and the Uber driver just had to go all the way back to get her license.
Luckily, they answered the phone.
Yeah.
At Tavern, they picked up her ID, drove all the way back, and then the Uber driver was like, "Yeah, just go in there and make sure your car's there." So I'm sitting there for 10 minutes, and the Uber driver was like, "Is there a car there?" And I was like, "I thought it was gonna be quick," and I went in. It's like a gang of people, just a long ass line, like a Black Friday line. It's like the DMV. And then it's just like so depressing because there's nothing on the walls. There's no instructions.
There's TVs, but they're not on.
There's TV's not on. The people there probably aren't friendly.
They probably have propaganda on there anyway.
Yeah, and you don't know if your car is there. You just assume because it's the closest place, and there's no instructions. So if you get into that line
And your car's not there.
your car's not there, or you don't have the proper documents, or you don't have like you need to have your name. Like the car has to be under your name, or
Yeah, they won't give it to you.
so if you're in that line and you get all the way to the front,
And you got your mama's car? Nope.
yeah, they're not giving it to you. So you wasted an hour of your life, just to have them say no to you.
And those places charge per day. Like every day you keep your car, they charge you.
So they were rightfully so that there was people pissed. Like I was outside smoking a cigarette, and I was gonna leave because I live 2 blocks down, but I was like, I like the atmosphere here.
This is actually more fun than the bar.
Yeah, it was more from the bottom line because there's like a line of people. Everybody's drunk. This is a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
6 o'clock. Everybody's drunk.
They're
people
all
are
pissed.
People are yelling. It's just a colorful like gang of people. Like there was people from all sorts of backgrounds just in there being loud and shit. And you could just sit there and watch and hear what they say and have a good time.
The best was like some people that went up there, and there's one guy, the car wasn't under his name. So obviously he couldn't get the car. And he was just arguing and arguing. It's like, well, you're just not getting the car. And then, like, I guess there was this other guy that was there, and they asked him, like, okay, what's the license plate number? And he didn't know his license plate number. So he pulls out his phone, and he shows them a picture of where the car was towed. So he showed, like the attendant, like, a picture of an empty parking space. And he's like, this is where you took my car. And she's like, okay, I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know where that is. I don't know any parking spot in the city.
And people took pictures of signs, like, look, the sign's all faded, and you towed my shit illegally, and blah blah blah. And
oh yeah, nobody was admitted to.
Yeah, everybody that was there, it was nobody's fault.
It was like being in a prison. Like
yeah, like you didn't do it. Everyone's innocent.
Yeah, and I think the best one there was this guy. He took a picture and he was like, I wasn't parked there illegally. The way that works is from November 1st
through April 1st.
April 1st. They have the, I guess because it's like snow plowing.
It's a snow route.
Yeah, snow route. So after 3 a.m., they'll tow your shit.
Or if there's an inch of snow, regardless of the day.
I think 2 inches, but still.
Yeah, okay. So regardless of the day, if
there's snow on the ground,
if there's snow, do not park there. They will tow it after 3.
So people were contesting that.
Yeah.
And one girl was like, April 1st, it's February. April already passed.
Yeah.
And then everybody was fucking like laughing at this lady.
Yep.
She was so adamant. She was like, April passed already. Like she didn't understand the concept of
months.
Yeah. And then
she didn't know that last year also had an April.
April was consecutive.
Yeah.
And then probably the gold winner out of all the funniest things that were said.
Yeah, he wins the prize.
It was a couple. It was that girl that said the April thing, and she was with this guy. I don't know what they were disputing about, but he said that they towed his car
when he was parked in a handicap spot.
Yeah, he was parked in a handicap spot,
and and they towed it. And apparently, the handicap spot has different rules, similar rules, except that you can park there till 6 a.m. After 6, they tow it if you park in the handicap spot. It's 3 a.m. everywhere else. So I guess they give the handicapped people 3 hours to get to their car.
Yeah,
just in case it's something they can slow. They can't walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's kind of them.
Yeah, but this guy was very able to walk.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. Was his car still like? Did it have a handicap sticker and everything?
He claims that it did.
If that's the case, then they shouldn't have told it. He was in.
Well, they didn't give a fuck. They towed it, and they want to waive the fee. And he's like, look, I have the sticker. Like I know the number. Like, and you took it from the handicap spot. But I guess
I would sue.
I mean, he could, but
like I said, we didn't really understand because you can't hear what the attendants are saying.
Yeah,
you can just hear what he's yelling at.
It could have been another problem, but the point is that they were not budging at all. They were not waiving that fee. Yeah. They were taking that money, one way or another. They were taking that money, and then towards the end, he was like so mad. He's like, "Man, this is fucking bullshit." He's like, "I work hard to get that sticker." I was like, I don't. Yeah. I'm not very familiar with the concept or how it works, but I'm pretty sure you get the sticker.
No. You have to go through like a tumultuous amount of paperwork. It's like
so that's what he meant by he had to work
probably
hard to get
it. But it was just funny because he was like, I worked hard for that handicap sticker, and I was just sitting there. I was like, you worked hard for it. Like most of the time, handicapped people, they can't work at all. That's why they get that.
I heard that it's like a bitch to get. If you get one of those motherfuckers, it is a pain in the ass. Like you gotta go through all this crazy shit to actually get a handicap.
But just hearing him say that at
Yeah.
6 a.m, I worked hard for it.
As he's stomping around, very able.
Yeah,
Like, I paid for that fucking sticker.
maybe
Stomping around like.
maybe he's mentally handicapped.
he acted like it.
Yeah.
Well,
And then honorable mention, that one couple that was behind us, and that one guy who was like super mad, and his girlfriend's like, I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. Don't get into any fights. She's
Yeah.
like, don't punch anything.
No,
Don't hit anyone.
I think the funniest part about that is that before she said that, she was like, I'm going to go smoke. And she had glasses on her face. She went to go smoke a cigarette. She came back in. Both of the, what is it? The legs, or what is it called? Oh, shit, okay. Anyways, the things that hold them on your ear were missing. They just fell off. I'm like, how hard were you fucking smoking that cigarette?
You're there, someone punched you in the face.
Yeah. Did somebody take the screws out of your glasses and just leave them?
Oh, yeah.
So it was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I liked actually being in there.
I know, because I mean,
It was entertaining. Like
Yeah.
you could just sit there and people watch.
Miranda said, you can take off if you want. You can just
And I was
you
like,
live
no.
like right there.
Yeah.
I was like, no, but I was having a good. Like people were. I mean, I feel bad for laughing because I would probably be pissed too. But like getting that angry, it's not gonna get you anywhere. Like you could yell at the attendants.
Oh, and then once you get the, I guess the affidavit to get your car, you have to go to another line to pay.
And that took so fucking long.
Just to pay.
Just to pay.
Oh, and they make it super inconvenient for you.
Yeah, they do.
So if you want to get you like, if so, you get through the line proving.
The car's yours. You
And-
get all the documentation. They're like, okay, here is the paper. You can go pay and get your car.
The only problem is, if you're paying with a credit card, the name of the credit card has to be the same as the title holder on the car.
Yes.
So you can't go with somebody and like
They can't pay your fee for you.
So if I don't have any, for example, if my debit card is maxed out, like I don't have any money,
yes, and I can't pay for
you
you.
can't pay for me.
No.
Even if you're right there, it's like it
Nope.
didn't. Like they want to make it terrible. You figure they would be glad to take somebody's money.
How did you find this out?
It's
There's
there's a
a-
big ass sign.
Oh, okay.
Like the only sign.
Yeah, and it's bam. I was like,
Wow.
oh,
And these people don't give a fuck. I mean, they're behind a glass window.
probably bulletproof.
Yeah, probably bulletproof.
They're not.
They
it's
hate,
not-
they don't like. I mean, you could tell they hate their lives.
It's a job that you only take because there's no other jobs available.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, they probably have to work overnight. People are
That's the third shift, dude.
people
Yeah.
are screaming at them.
It's probably like 11 p.m. to like 8 a.m. or some shit.
And I'm-
But I guess the one good thing is that once she was able to once she paid and she was able to get her car, like that place is so big they have a shuttle there. They'll take you to your car and it's like this beetle raggedy
Yeah, it was a
van,
shitty
and
minivan.
and like Miranda was kind of scared to get in there. She's like, this it looks like it was like a 1990 like Chrysler.
It was probably
like,
a van that's
rust.
that-
Yeah,
that got
it was
towed
a van
and
that got towed
nobody-
that nobody picked up, and they're like, oh, this looks like a good shuttle van. So this guy just pulls up in this van and opens the door. She's
Did it say free candy on the side?
it might, dude. It might. It was like it was that raggedy. Might as well.
I
say
know
free
where they
candy.
had it though because Miranda got in there first, and then after her, this very obese man got in there. So they probably had that shuttle specifically for people like him that can't walk through a whole lot.
Damn.
Yeah.
that whole like endeavor reminded me of the fact that I actually had a car towed by the city, and I never paid to get it out.
Oh yeah. It's still there to this day.
Probably it was like a 1996 Mazda Protege that I bought for $500. I had it for like over a year.
It got the boot, right?
Yeah, I got the boot. Like I was at this was when I was dating this girl. She told me to spend the night by her house. I'm like, okay. I forgot where I parked, or I guess I parked in a no parking zone. I came out. There was a big boot in my car, and I was like, huh.
And you're like, I don't even want that car anymore.
I was like, you know what? Fucking, you guys could have it. I paid $500 for it. To get it out with all the tickets. I was like, that's probably cost me more. So I said, fuck it, you guys could have the car.
And it's there to this day.
Yeah, they probably
Every
gutted it.
Every 3 years, I call mom, but like, hey, we still got your car. And mom was like, all right,
All
cool,
right,
yeah,
cool.
I'll be there next week.
Cool.
And he never goes.
Yeah, I never go get it.
What a weekend, huh, guys?
Yeah, so we got home like at 7:40 in the morning.
And we went to go eat breakfast
Yeah,
at,
we went to have breakfast at 11.
noon.
The funniest part though is that because Tony tagged me and him there,
Oh yeah.
and then my mom.
So I made a Facebook post like, oh, the official after party, and I tagged myself at the impound lot. I guess I should put a little more context to it because everybody was thinking everybody got like my sister thought I got towed. Mamba's mom and his girlfriend thought that his car got towed.
And you're like, your sister was happy about that, right?
Yeah, my sister was like laughing. She's like, you got towed. I'm like, no, I
Because she
didn't.
thought for like a split second.
That I was gonna be the mess up in the
Yeah,
You know what you
were-
shoulda- you know what
you
you
were
shoulda
the
been?
fuck up.
But
You should have been like, yeah, I got told it was your car. You let me borrow it.
like, yeah, when you want to go get your truck,
When are you going to pick it up? Because it's still there. They wouldn't let me get it out.
My mom went on a rant. I think the funniest thing was though is I went to bed after. Then I turned my phone off and I went to sleep. And when my girlfriend saw that, I guess she thought I got my car towed too. She started calling me and I wasn't answering. And then her parents were like, "Hey, weren't you supposed to go out with Mamba?" And she was like, "I was."
but I don't think that's gonna
I
happen.
don't think
anymore.
that's gonna happen anymore. He got his car towed.
And then she's put on my Facebook if you were still alive.
Oh yeah, I don't know why she'd do that.
Yeah,
And I was
so
like, fuck if I
I'm
know. I
like-
wasn't even with him.
Yeah,
I'm like, last I checked, he was.
yeah, I was alive at some point in the night. But I don't know how you guys did it. You guys woke up. You guys took like a nap.
Well, I didn't.
Oh, not you,
not me, 'cause I
but
wasn't with
I
you.
did.
Tony and his friend, like
Miranda.
Yeah.
they woke up.
And she actually like hit me up like it was like 11 in the morning. She's like, "Hey, you still want to get breakfast?" I'm like, "Sure." I was hungry.
How like were you already awake?
I was semi awake. I was still out of it.
Yeah.
So we went to breakfast. Shout out to Alexander's.
Oh,
one of our
great.
favorite.
I wish I would
our
have
favorite
went there. I wish I
breakfast.
would have woke up.
And Miranda paid for my breakfast, which was completely unnecessary. But
I
she
know.
did it anyway.
And she paid for mine too. Like if I would have known, I would have like ordered something else, like some a little more expensive. But
He's just a dick.
I would have like, can I get some premium hash browns?
So shout out to Miranda for paying for my breakfast. That
Yeah,
was
shout
very
out,
very
thank you.
nice of her. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I enjoyed that breakfast thoroughly.
I missed out on that.
And well, she wouldn't have paid for you though, just
Why
for
not?
us, because she doesn't like you.
But I was there at
You were the talk. You were talk of breakfast. How much she hates you.
That's not true. I was there at the impound lot.
Yeah, that's why she hates you.
Why? Because I was trying to be supportive.
No, she said, "Fuck mom," but he was outside
No,
the whole time.
If anything,
smoking.
she would have bought you breakfast and made Junkyard pay for his because he wasn't there that night.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't there to support you.
He went home and went to sleep
Yep.
Anyway,
to go to Bible study in the morning.
it's not Bible study. It's confirmation class.
How did that go?
The same as it does every fucking week. Talk about Jesus.
Do you ever like chip in and chime in and give your opinion?
Nope.
Why not?
I refuse to. Because I don't want them to kick me out. Because I feel like if I tell them how I feel, they're just gonna be like, "Nope, you can't get you can't get confirmed. Get the fuck out." And then Myra's gonna be pissed.
Who's teaching the class?
None.
A nun?
So at this point, you're not really. You're just going through the motions just to get that piece of paper.
I just need the piece of paper so I get married in church because that's what my wife wants.
Whenever she
And it's
said,
very important to her.
You know what else she wants? Chicken that's not cloned.
Exactly. She only wants a couple things in life: non-cloned chickens, getting married in the Catholic Church, and me.
oh,
So
whenever the nun says something, and
I
you
can
don't-
only give her 2 of those 3 things.
Yes. Looks like that cloned chicken's gonna be there forever.
whenever the nun says something while you're in confirmation class and you don't agree with it,
I just think to myself,
do you like
that's stupid as fuck.
Do you scoff?
You like, tuh.
She was like, "Yeah, and Adam and Eve are our ancestors." You're like, "Ha!"
No, I do scoff, but in my head, not out loud.
What if you do it like out loud one day?
You should do it on the last day.
She was like, "Yeah, God created man and woman." He's like, "Psst." And it's quiet as
Have you ever heard of evolution?
yeah, it's quiet as fuck, and then everybody just looks at you like, "Oh shit, did I say that out loud?"
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend the creationists.
Yeah,
But what do you call
You
it?
should do it like on the last day, like once you like get your diploma, like once they give it to you like in your hand that they can't take it away. So then you should like talk shit.
you should try to blend it. You should like get in deep with them.
No, because you
Say-
know why? You know why I can't do that? This is another reason why I can't. Because Myra, since she's very religious,
Say crazy shit like
she's gonna want to go to church, and that's probably gonna be the closest church. Well, we're not staying here, but we're probably gonna stay in this area. And you know, I went there since I was in like kindergarten, so like it's probably like the closest, most convenient like church that I feel comfortable with in the area. So I think that's where we're gonna end up going. So like if I start saying crazy shit, they're gonna know me from like. You know, like, hey, that's that great. That's that motherfucker I don't believe. Like, why the fuck you coming to church? I'm gonna get the dirty stink eye.
Speaking of like being comfortable in church, like I went to this church a few weeks ago with one of my friends, and it was like a Christian church.
Ooh, evangelical.
It was a Saturday, and
Okay.
it wasn't really like a church. It was more like you go there and like it was like a TED talk.
Yeah, it's like evangelical.
Yeah, so like they had this. So they had this.
So okay, hold on. Before you get to that, most religions are stupid. Pretty much. Oh, let me rephrase that. All religions are stupid, but evangelical is
Do they
a
take
little
take the cake?
Like no, they don't take the cake because there's still Scientology and like things like that are still even like just as like even worse. Those take the cake, but no. But this is, I mean, it's pretty shitty.
So it's like it's kind of in the
and
middle.
to all our listeners, believe whatever you want to believe, but it's my opinion.
So it's like the middle ground between your regular religious person.
It's like
an extremist. It's like
so it's like so we get there and there's like this band, like this Christian band. They're playing music, and it's like this is like really fancy. Like their set, I was very impressed by the setup, like the technology they have there. They had these big ass like giant like plasma TVs. Then they had this. Then after they had the music and
it's
everything,
like the shit you see on TV.
Yeah, like that. And so they had all these monitors, all these TVs, and then like after the band is finished playing, they had this guy come up and introduce himself, and he gives like a TED talk about how to be a better person, how to do this, and like so there's a camera on him, and that camera is like broadcasting him and the TVs, and like that frame rate must have been like top notch because I've never seen a video.
Was it 1080p?
It must have been like what's higher than 1080p? Because
4K.
It must have been 4K because it was video of him with the TV in the back, and you could see the TV in the back in the video like perfectly clear. I was like, wow, that is like really good. And then the band came back out for like the intermission, and like they had the coolest song ever. The song was basically like, "Our God is better than all your gods." I was like, this is fucking awesome. I shit you not. The lyrics are, "Our God is the best.
Your God is the worst."
I was like, your God is the worst. But it's basically like, yeah, our God is the best. Like, y'all can fuck off. So yeah. And then they had a guy, give another talk about how, I guess, porn is terrible or something, and how to avoid like.
I would have just like threw my hands up. I'm like, all right, I'm out. I'm out. See you guys later.
But no, it was. I was actually very, very appointed, and it went by pretty quick too. I thought it was gonna like one of those that drags on. Then they ask for people to come up and participate. That's one thing I don't like. I'm not all about the pageantry, about the participation part of managing. I want to go in there. I want to praise the Lord. I want to be forgiven, and then I want to be on my way.
Especially in like Catholic church because they make you kneel sometimes and get up and
Yeah,
sit down.
stand, kneel. Yep.
It's like pick one, sensei. I'm not sure.
Sensei.
Trying not
Pretty
to
sure they're not
kneel.
called sensei.
Are you sure?
The one gripe I do have about like the church that Junker's talking about, where he's doing his confirmation classes, is that like I like that church. Don't get me wrong, I like it. But sometimes towards the end, when it should be already over, they tend to drag it on. It's like, okay, who's here for the first time? Welcome you to the church. So people raise their hand, they walk up there, priest gives them a blessing. Like, all right, who has any kids who like newborns, first time in church? So all these kids go up. It's like, come on. It's like, can't you just like call everyone up and do one mass blessing, like
condense them,
like an AOE.
Like he's like, all right, everybody stand in a row, and he just runs down and gives everybody high fives.
Yeah,
bless.
Like I'm sure that priest, he's a seasoned priest, so I'm sure he's leveled up enough to the point where he can do a mass blessing.
I had a meeting with him a couple days ago, by the way.
Yeah, because I understand like some of the newer priests, they can only do single target damage, so they can only bless one person at a time. But once they've leveled up, they can do like, okay, 2 people or a group of people. Like this guy, he's like, he could probably bless like the last guy in the last chair.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's like it's like Oprah. You get a blessing. You get a blessing. You get a blessing.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's like instead of like just doing it one by one, just corral them and just do a mass one. One giant blessing.
I mean, if the Pope can do it, right? The Pope can like bless the whole city at once.
Pope can bless the world.
Kids just like telling like, hey, Padre, you got to work on your time management. You'd get so much more done.
Yeah.
If you just did one.
How many more souls can you save if you just do AOEs?
You want me to tell him that? I got to meet with him.
Tell him AOEs. For those that don't know, AOE is from video games. It's called Area of Effect. It's basically when you do an attack that affects a large area instead of just one single target.
So you're damaging multiple enemies.
Exactly.
And it's not as strong, but
yeah,
you're getting more people.
It's like a mortar.
Exactly, and that's how I feel that
Or like
some
a
of
grenade.
these blessings they should be done. They should
And
just-
it spiritual wise, if you got a whole bunch of first timers, it's gonna really do some effect on them.
yeah,
You're not talking about higher level
yeah.
zealots.
No, you just bam.
Yeah, let
So,
them
yeah.
know.
So yeah, what do you call it? But I've been to evangelical Christian mass. Like your boy Josh Fernstein, he's an evangelical Christian.
Oh God, that fucking clown.
So I am not a fan. I've been there. I just don't like it, man. I feel like compared to like Catholicism, I feel like that's like more extreme.
I think they're just more happy.
Yeah,
Have you really spoken to one?
No, the thing is that's what I like. I like this one because they don't make you. Because I've been to one where the guy like they really talk to you and they really try to engage. They try to get you to participate, and it's
Yeah.
like no, I'm not here to participate. I'm here to be forgiven. I'm here to get my daily or my weekly dose of the good word, and I want to be on my way.
Right.
You know, in and out.
But okay, so like now going to these classes and stuff, like this catechism class or whatever, I don't hate religion as much as I used to. I feel like I still think it's a bunch of bullshit, but it's a lot less. Like I feel like I can understand why people like it and why people need it. You know, like I feel like I've gotten a little more like, you know,
It
a
gives-
refresher.
it gives people a meaning. A lot of people don't like they don't like their life to be meaningless. They want something
Right.
to believe in.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. That's cool. That's cool. Like I don't need that personally, but I can see why people do need it. And but the thing is, one thing that came up like recently in that church, so the priest was not the main priest. I don't think it's the guy you're talking about. A different priest started talking like, oh, you know, he's like we lost, you know, Catholicism and like politics. And I was thinking to myself like, yeah, motherfucker, it's the separation of church and state. Like, duh, that's what we want. And he's like, you know, we haven't had any Catholic like presidents ever, except maybe we've
I
had
think
a couple. JFK was the
Yeah,
last one.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, and
What happened to him?
he got shot in the head.
God didn't save him.
And so like he's like, you know, we haven't had really much politicians, blah blah. And then we haven't any judges, and these judges are all voting on like, you know, sinful things like gay marriage and abortions. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. I was like, first of all, we love the gays.
I bet you wouldn't say that out loud.
No, because of course not. But still, I thought it. I was like, this motherfucker needs to chill. I was like, we love the gays, and I mean, abortion. You know, that's obviously, you know, a hot topic.
It's a hot button issue.
Right, but I think we all can agree. Like even some of the like pro-life people, some of them can agree that, you know,
You
well,
should've
not
been
all of them,
like-
because you know, obviously some
should have
people
stood
like
up
it.
and said if it wasn't
'Cause
for an abortion.
Pro-choice does not mean pro-abortion. People don't understand that.
Right.
People think that if you're pro-choice, that you're all about killing babies, and that's not how it works.
Yeah, man. I just walk up to babies and start stabbing them.
Yeah, like
I'm pro-choice
So you're a baby killer.
because you want to use those embryos. Those embryos aren't being used. You need to use them to make stem cells or get the stem cells and stay alive longer. You eat them.
You eat them. So you're a baby eater.
Exactly. They're not doing anything with their lives. They're dead.
You're such a dick. I can't believe you just said that. All right. Switching
move
gears
on.
here.
Edit that part out.
Oh,
I didn't think
man.
about that when I said that.
no, you
No,
didn't.
you did not.
And it's
But I'm not editing it out.
Okay. I redact what I said.
We need to push the envelope of the show.
My parent- my
hold
pa-
on.
my parents-
So you want to issue your apology now,
Yeah, I'm apologizing now.
before it even airs, and people get outraged. You're gonna go ahead and you're gonna do a preemptive apology.
My parents, supposedly they were considering aborting me, and they didn't.
So did
That
they-
might have been the right choice.
did they call you the little?
We're still waiting on. We're still waiting to see.
The verdict's still out.
Did they call you the little abortion that got away?
Pretty. It didn't work.
All right. Moving on, guys. No more abortion talk.
Oh man.
Let's go. Let's get to our only. Well, we have 3 segments today. Since we've skipped everything else, let's get to our first one, which is Pancho's segment. You know, it's a new segment we have.
Pancho
Yeah.
segment.
So let's get to that.
Poncho segment. Poncho segment. Poncho segment.
It's like he's on his way to the bathroom, and once he opens up the stall, like it starts to echo in there. And
All right. So, this is Pancho's first question. Tony D's dating segment?
You know, you should have the voice read Pancho's segments because he doesn't like her accent.
Yeah, you're right.
You
I
should do
probably
that.
should.
I shit you not. You
And
should do
then
that.
always in a British accent.
Always. Oh,
You're
yeah.
right.
I love her British accent. Do it.
All right.
All right, next time.
I'm gonna grab a beer, so you might want to turn off my mic.
All right, go ahead. So, all right. Yo, just a thought or idea regarding a new segment for the show. How about we set up Tony D with a baby girl or baby dude or baby Z for a date?
Turn it back on.
And after the date, we interview both separately to see how the date went from the two perspectives. Finally, both parties will decide whether or not they are interested in a second date. Sincerely, Cho. So what do you guys think about that?
What do you say? Sincerely, what?
Cho, as in Pancho.
Oh,
I mean, I think it'd be interesting, but you are not going to find many girls that will be willing to go on a date with me.
and then
And then talk about
And
it.
then talk about it.
yeah,
And
let
then-
alone go on a date. But
first
then,
of all, you're going to have a hard time finding ones that want to go on a date with me. Then, ones that are going to want to admit to doing it and wanting to talk about it.
Yeah.
What about if we can? Are you willing to do it?
If you can,
Yes.
it depends. How hot is she?
Hot enough to go on. Well, it doesn't matter. She's going on a date with you.
yeah,
Hey, you're trying to say I should settle?
Yes.
we're not miracle workers.
Yeah. How about this? Let's just settle for her being alive, female, and breathing,
Oh, man.
and have a heartbeat,
And no, well, she's not a vegetable,
right?
so
Oh, yeah, and brain function.
yeah, brain function.
That sounds terrible. I can tell you right now, this is not going to like go well.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be podcast gold.
How much brain function does she have?
I mean, enough to like breathe on her own free will.
Oh, God.
And, she can eat on her own too.
Like when she puts those shapes in the corresponding slot, can she put a circle and a square?
I mean, that's debatable.
All right.
Oh,
She can eat, use the bathroom, and breathe on her own.
Okay. All right. Eating's good because they're gonna eat together.
Exactly.
is she paying?
No. You're gonna have to pay. She might not even have a job.
I'm sure we could find
I'd
somebody.
prefer if she paid.
Well, maybe our listeners, if you guys
And-
know of anybody that would go on a date with Tony,
Speak up. Send us an
speak-
email.
yeah.
Send us an email. newkidsinthepod@gmail.com.
But pre-face, they would have to talk. They would have to call in, or we would call them, and she would have to review their date.
Exactly. Let's get to his next email.
Pancho segment. Pancho segment. Pancho segment.
All right, this next one's a Punch Minute. Yo, I stand by my assessment of that horrible British/Australian/Klingon accent. So go fuck yourself very much, Tony.
Oh, I can't wait for her to start reading his emails.
Second, I know you tease JYD for being spineless pretty often, but when are you going to get the cojones to stand up to Marlos and tell him to fuck himself, bruh?
He kind of does all the time.
Yeah.
Finally, I may or may not have been at was Kaiser the day you were there, bruh. Oh, and I'll see you all Saturday to hoop up for a good cause. Sincerely, Pancho.
So he might have been at Kaiser.
Right. But you guys went to Kaiser twice.
So which time?
Exactly.
Probably your birthday.
I don't think so. Because if he's going to go poop up, that means he knows Tony, which means he probably there the second time. Or Rudy, which means he was probably there the second time. Who was there the second time with you?
Just the usual. Nobody different.
Oh, so maybe it's somebody that's usually with us. Maybe it's somebody that we know,
The plot
like,
thickens.
very well.
Could be.
Wow.
Stay tuned.
Anyway, all right. Or maybe he's just playing us.
The
Maybe
walls are closing in, Pancho.
maybe he's just been following us on Facebook and just making shit up, trying to get us on a wild goose hunt.
True. I'm telling you, Punch is a collective. It's not one person.
Oh, it's not one person.
It's like anonymous.
But it's coming from the same email. Do they
Well,
have like?
they all have the login.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's not that hard.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
so what are you gonna send up to Marlos?
I don't know what I think I know what he means by that, but
I think he means like actually tell him to
Like
literally
tell-
tell him
like
to
go
fuck
fuck
off.
yourself?
Yeah.
But then
Well,
that's not going to accomplish
yeah.
anything.
I mean, then that just if I do that, that would just justify what he's saying about millennials or about the progressive.
And I think that's a big problem right now when it comes to the whole liberals versus conservative things. Liberals are starting to seem a little like fascist. Like if you don't agree with the liberal,
I think it's the other way around, by the way.
it goes both ways. Both parties are kind of assholes.
Yeah.
But you see a lot like when they had the women's march or whatever, or at the protests at university. If you're a conservative or a Trump supporter, you're the enemy, and we're gonna assault you until we feel the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it goes both ways. So that's why Tony, he's just like, he's trying to hit Marlos with some stone cold facts.
Yeah. All right. Last email from Mr. Pancho.
Pancho segment. Pancho segment. Pancho segment.
If it's a segment, like, you don't have to play that 3 times.
But I love it. I love it so much.
See, that's how the brand gets diluted, though.
I know, but it's just so good. I mean, Mamba.
It could still be good, but you got to use it sparingly.
All right.
Fuck, Junker. Do I got to tell you how to fucking do your job?
Pancho segment.
Apparently I do.
Pancho segment. Pancho segment.
All right. Your Ask Mama and Tony D intervention. Oh, he said Tony D Divine. I'm sorry. Tony D Divine intervention. Apparently, D is your middle initial.
I guess so.
All right. Where the heck do you guys get these random ass questions? Are they ripped from Dear Abby? If not, and they are genuine, then you guys have one heck of a listener lineup. Finally. And I don't know if I've already said this, but thanks for the whack intro song, Mamba.
Damn.
Sincerely, Pan Cho.
You should be grateful we even read your emails.
That's true.
Pancho segment. Pancho segment. Pancho segment.
So now you know why I play it so much? Because Pancho doesn't like it. So if Pancho doesn't like it, that means we're going to do it even more.
Will he stop messaging us if you keep on playing it?
So, I mean, we don't really like to brag or talk numbers when it comes to our listeners, but we do have an expansive base.
We do have an expansive base, and all those emails are real.
And we have listeners, like a lot of listeners from places that we have no business being in. Like, we have listeners in, like, Ohio. We have listeners in Vegas. There's people like, well, I think the Irish people, I think we do know. We know one person.
Yeah, but we actually get like 15 or so per like episode from Ireland.
Just Ireland.
Just
All
Ireland.
right, so, I mean,
so we only know like one person.
We know one person in Ireland. So he's up there like advertising us hard as fuck.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't know if 15 counts as hard as fuck. Well, 14.
Well, definitely more than we would do on our own.
So anyway, so yeah, like these questions are as real as they get.
I mean, we do have a lot of
the questions are. Are you asking the question? Yeah, they're real. Somebody typed them. And they, jeez, that constitute is real, right?
I mean, somebody's really asking.
Yeah,
it.
somebody's really asking it. All right, moving on. Next question.
So yeah, that's the last of Pancho's segment. All right, guys, let's go ahead and skip everything else. We're gonna move on.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com.
No, not that.
Follow us on Twitter.
We got two more segments, guys.
It is past my bedtime.
I know. Let's hang in there.
We said
We're
an
almost
hour.
done.
It has been an hour and 1 minute.
All right, second to last segment.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Awesome, because I already did mine. You guys can go.
What was your gripe?
Church. People like the priest, AOE. He should like stop like doing one by one and dragging it on. Church mass on Sunday should be 1 hour, no more. 1 hour is like your limit.
1 hour is a good time.
1 hour is a really good time to praise the Lord.
All right.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
I will think of one after you go.
All right. I have a gripe. It's actually it's a recycled gripe, but it's okay. People who don't have a sense of humor bothers me a lot, and this comes up because of your friend Marlos.
Oh yeah.
So for those of you who don't follow Tony on Facebook, which is probably most of you,
Which is like all of you except Pancho.
and other people that we know, so Tony likes posting like these like very provocative posts about like, you know, he's very liberal. He's a libtard. Okay, that's okay. So most of us are here on the show. So
Not me. I'm conservative.
he
The fuck you are.
he posted a Tommy Lauren what do you call it, video that somebody edited,
and they're like, this is what it will sound like when you cut out all of her lies
For those of you who don't
and
know
all of
who
her ignorance.
Tommy Lauren is, she is a blonde lady that sounds like a parrot with a megaphone, just lying or yelling whatever she hears.
Can you play like a quick clip of something that
Her squawking,
what she sounds like? Yeah, of her.
Yeah, here.
her
Hold on.
screeching.
All right, this is Tommy Lauren.
Will we get flagged for this?
No, I mean, fuck, it's Tommy Lauren. What is she
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yell at us?
But still, you know what?
Maybe she'll put us to talk about us on her show.
Maybe she will. She's like, oh, these fuckers.
Welcome back. Oh, Colin Kaepernick, I've got some final thoughts for you, bud. See, our buddy Colin decided not to stand for the national anthem because, well, he will not stand to show pride in a flag or a country that oppresses black people. For him, it's bigger than football. He would be selfish to look the other way. After all, according to Kaepernick, there are bodies in the street and people getting paid leave and getting away with murder. So let me go ahead and eviscerate this mouth diarrhea for you sentence by sentence. Here we go. Colin, I support the First Amendment. I support your right to freedom of speech and expression.
Okay,
go for it, bud. It's this
we get
country.
the idea.
Yeah.
We get the idea.
So-
But she, I don't know. Who would you rather listen to? Would you rather listen to her or Josh Fierstein?
Her, because Fierstein's just a bad fuck.
What does he sound like, Mamba?
Hey, this is Josh Fierstein here.
Telling you about Starbucks.
Yeah. Starbucks is a devil.
Yeah, I would really rather. Not only would I rather listen to her, I'd rather watch her.
But I'd rather listen to Josh Fierstein.
As ignorant as she is, she's very attractive.
She's attractive. All right, so
She's not my type.
so you got yeah, she's attractive, but
I
once she
don't-
opens her mouth,
right.
I don't like blondes.
But I love blondes.
Right.
But hold on, here. Let me just play the video of what we're referring to.
I know, but like, so basically, someone made a video saying like, because all of Tommy Lauren's videos are just like that. It's just her just like yelling at the camera about how
Full value.
how liberals and progressives and the left are just the worst. So someone's like, oh, this is what Tommy Lauren sounds like if you cut out all the ignorance of what she says and you cut out all like the bullshit. And this is what it sounds like.
Why? We're dum-dums. Just saying. Good night.
So basically, they just, as soon as she starts to say something, they just cut it out because it's gonna be bullshit. It's gonna be ignorant. So I posted that, thought it was pretty funny, and Junkyard commented saying like, "What did you say, Junkyard?"
I was like, is that what she sounds like at night or some shit? I don't know, something
Is
along the lines.
basically alluding, is that how she sounds when she's having intercourse?
That's not what I. You
No,
don't
no.
know if that's what I was alluding to.
No,
Yes,
but the
that's
reason I'm
that's what we
asking
know.
what he said was because the way he said it, he didn't like. It
Here,
wasn't
I'll
that.
I'll tell you exactly what I said. Here, hold on. Go ahead.
I think that's probably what. You said that's what a night with her probably sounds
no.
like.
I asked a question.
Oh, is that?
I
what-
didn't make a statement. I said, "Is that what a night with her sounds like?" That's what it was.
That's all. That's all it was.
That's all it was.
So
That's all it took, Junkyard.
So it's yep. That is all. Then the floodgates open. All of a sudden, that one comment like has like 130 replies.
Oh, did it have that many?
It's probably more.
It was a lot.
And
It was because of Tony's boy Marlos, who obviously can't take a joke because I was obviously kidding.
but you're a hypocrite because sexual assault is nothing to joke about.
First of all, did I say anything about sexual assault?
No, you didn't. But I'm pretty sure that's what you meant.
That's what you were alluding to.
Yes.
I could have been alluding to a lot of things.
Yes, you could have. But because you're on the left, that's what you meant.
See, like I could have been alluding to her. Like maybe I went out with her on a date, and she was chewing really loud, and that's what she sounds like when she chews.
Yeah. And I was like, and then after he's like going off of how Junkyard's like the worst person ever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let's stick on that for a little bit. So he compared me to basically someone who sexually assaults women, and like I'm as bad as someone that sexually assaults women and rapes. Basically, I mean, he didn't say rape, but I mean, he almost.
He basically said you're as bad as a rapist.
Yeah. Just because first of all, it was a joke. Second of all, I made it a question. It wasn't even a statement. Like, come on, man. Like, let's back the fucking truck up here, all right? Like, there's a lot worse people than me who ask if that's what Tommy Lahren sounds like at night.
I mean, if you ever go to her videos and just read some of her comments, most of it's all like right wing bullshit. But every now and then you get some gems, and people like they don't hold back.
Some people actually do say to rape her.
Yeah,
like somebody should rape this bitch, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even say that. Like I
But
personally
you were thinking about it.
I personally
no, that's what Marlos was thinking about, because he was like, I was like, well, how do you know that's what he meant? What if he's talking about they go out, they have a wonderful night together, and as two consenting adults decide to engage in coitus? There's nothing wrong with that.
There are other left wing women that
Yes, there is
I
something wrong
find
with
very
that. 'Cause
attractive.
if they do have coitus, is this to bear children?
No, it is. Oh no, it's to almost have children. If you catch my drift.
If you're having sex and it's not to have kids, you can't do it. You're going to hell.
Well, if you're not married in the Catholic Church, it's going to hell too.
Even worse.
The plot thickens.
So, anyway, I find Tommy Lahren very attractive. Like, do I disagree with her views? Yes. Do I think she's dumb and ignorant? Yes. But I still find her attractive.
Yeah.
Physically attractive.
She's an attractive, conservative
I mean,
mouthpiece.
SC Cup is very conservative, and I find her extremely attractive.
Who is that?
I showed you pictures of her. The one with the glasses.
What's her name?
S-E, like it's a S
Oh, I think I remember. Let me
period
look her
E
up again.
period Cup, C-U-P-P.
I remember she was very attractive. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I mean, like just because I don't agree with their views doesn't mean that I don't find them attractive. And what I would never fucking allude to not to like sexually assaulting a woman ever. So that motherfucker needs to chill. It was a fucking joke, motherfucker. It was a joke. All right.
Well, when Trump said grab her by the pussy,
Oh yeah, because
you were very upset about that.
I was
Hypocritical much, Junkyard?
I mean, I guess, but I was fucking joking. Like, that's the thing. See, this is my gripe. My gripe is people that can't, like, okay, like, it's one thing to have views, political views. Like, that's great. You can have your own view. I can have my own view. That's fine. We can disagree. We can agree to disagree, whatever. But when it's obviously a fucking joke, like, you need to take it for as it is. Like, people get upset about all sorts of fucking crazy shit that's obviously a fucking joke. Especially, like, to the point where he took it, like, I didn't even respond to any of his comments because I just didn't want, like, there's no point. Like, he just goes on for fucking ever. He writes fucking stories.
And it's always the same formula. It's always like, the left is outraged about this, but they did nothing when this happened.
Exactly.
And then it always goes back to, well, they're mad that Trump did this, but they weren't mad when Obama did this.
Right.
They're okay when this happened,
But they weren't okay.
but they weren't okay when this person did this.
Right.
And it always goes back to the Clintons.
It's the Clintons, Obama. They're like
Clinton
the worst.
and Obama. They're like always, and it's the same formula for every single argument. Like, you can always follow that pattern.
And the thing about it is, like, people were actually defending me. Not only Tony.
Yeah.
There were females.
Yeah.
Two different females defending me. Another person defending me. Like, people out. Like, he just didn't get the fucking joke. It was a joke. Goddammit. Chill.
Yeah, because even the girl was like, you can't compare what he said to what Trump said.
And plus, you're not running for president.
And
Or you
plus,
weren't running
yeah,
for president.
because they're like, oh, how can you be mad that Trump did this or said this, but you're okay with your friend? I'm like, okay, first of all, Junkyard is not running for president, and Junkyard didn't.
Motherfucker, I say all sorts of crazy shit on this fucking podcast. Obviously.
Plus,
Yeah.
he has autism.
I don't have autism, you asshole.
He has autistic tendencies.
But still, like, it's a fucking joke, man. Like, people need to take jokes as they are. Like, it's obviously a joke.
It's not a dick, so don't take it so hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
that is
That's
a good one. Where'd you
That's
get
very
that
good.
from?
Straight off
Yeah,
the old
right.
dome.
You know,
No way.
That was right off
Don't
the dome.
believe it for a second.
Nope, me neither. So yeah, let's just take a step back and just take jokes for what they are. Obviously, some jokes are a little more offensive than others, but come on, man. I asked the question, is this what she sounds like at night? That's it. It's not that serious. Let's fucking chill out.
I mean, like I said, it is an innuendo, but it's objective. It's how far do
Right.
you want to take it?
And it wasn't even that bad. It's not like I was like, if it wasn't
didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't an innuendo of like, oh, I wonder if this is like what she
wonder-
sounds like at night after I fucking stick my dick in her while when she didn't want
That's
it.
what I was thinking.
You know, I didn't say that.
But that's what I
I
was
didn't say
thinking.
this is what she sounds like when I'm fucking raping the shit out of her.
Yeah.
Of course not. Like, chill the fuck out.
That would have
man.
been a good. That would have been even
Yeah,
funnier.
yeah, okay,
Should have put that.
yeah.
That would have got a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
Even Marlo should have said, "All right, that was pretty funny."
Anyway, so but you know what? Honestly, he probably doesn't. I don't think he has a very good sense of humor anyway, because Mom posts all sorts of funny shit, and he doesn't even.
He's not having
crack a
I
it.
think
smile.
he ignores me now.
He does ignore you.
And
a
plus,
lot.
everybody else that are arguing with him, they kind of drown out the funny things I say, so I don't even bother anymore.
But I was laughing at some of the shit you were saying though.
Yeah, that was really good.
You know what? The funny thing is, when he started posting that stuff, like right at the beginning, I showed Myra. I was like, hey, what the fuck? I was like, this motherfucker is like seriously like pissed about this bullshit. Like this is, and I told her, read this and tell me what you think. And obviously it translates it. So she read it. She's like, that wasn't that bad. And I'm like, but look what he's saying. She's like, what the fuck's his problem? And then
Yeah.
she's like, she started laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? What Mamba put? I was like, see, she's even laughing at what Mamba
Yeah.
put. Like, she needs to fucking.
Thanks,
But no,
man.
he's upset that. Well, his whole argument is that because Junkyard said it, and I, being a member of the left, did not get outraged. I am a hypocrite because I was upset at what Trump said about grabbing women by the pussy.
I should have wore my "Make America Great Again" hat and took a selfie with it. Been like, look, motherfucker, I voted with you.
You know what you should do? You should get a "Make America Great Again."
I have a hat that I got for my birthday.
You should wear that hat, go to a Planned Parenthood, and donate money to them.
Ooh,
That would blow his mind. He's like, I don't know what to do. Should I hate him?
Did your dad get you that hat?
No,
Who got you that hat?
Alejandro got me the hat.
Oh,
But my dad had a bunch of. He made donations to Trump and all.
oh,
sorts
did
of
you see
campaign.
like you found it? Like,
I found his receipt from like a donation, and I found his sign in the garage, like the yard signs. My dad was a real big fucking Trump supporter. He loved Trump. He would call me like once a week to talk shit about Trump. About Trump.
Wow.
It was great though, man. I do miss that. Unfortunately,
I'll call you.
talk shit about
Mom will
Trump.
call you. No, talk how great Trump was.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Like us on
So, yeah.
Facebook, facebook.com.
no, Mamba, you're great.
Shit.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
I guess I had one gripe. It was a little annoying. So the Grammys just happened. Some good things came out of it. Chance the Rapper won multiple Grammys, and it's kind of making history because he's like an unsigned artist, and there's never been an unsigned artist that has won a Grammy. So it's pretty.
And his album was like streaming only or something, right? He never released a physical. Like,
yeah, he's
actual-
never.
He's
like,
the first streaming only artist.
Like
ever
he's
win a
never
Grammy.
actually sold his music. Like his previous album, it was a mixtape. Really, I thought that was like way better. But it like he's never sold any music. But then again, now he kind of sold out because he makes Kit Kat commercials. But that's neither here nor there. My gripe is, so I guess it was for album of the year, and the winner was Adele for her album 25, and she won.
Is that how old she is?
She might be. So she won, but I hear there's a lot of backlash because people are saying that Beyonce should have won, and they say that the reason why.
Yeah, Lemonade was way better. Everybody's pulling Kanye.
Yeah, and then everybody is, and they're saying the reason why Beyonce didn't win because she was black, that it's racist.
Isn't Adele
I think
black?
that's bullshit. No, she's not.
Huh?
Isn't Adele like part black?
She sings like she is.
Adele is fantastic and she's very talented. I personally, my opinion, think that Adele is more talented than Beyonce.
I don't really have an opinion because
It's because you, sir, are racist.
I mean I listened to both their songs, but I haven't listened to their albums,
I haven't listened to their albums either.
so I can't really give an opinion. But I don't think the Grammy nominees or whoever does it just sat there and was like, yeah, fuck Beyonce. She's black. We're just going to give it to Adele. And everybody's like outraged. People are like going on media and complaining. It's just like, it's kind of getting annoying. Like where people are just always playing the race card. That's my gripe.
So yeah,
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com.
no. Last last segment
Follow
of the
us
day
on Twitter,
because we can't have
SoundCloud. Listen to us on Stitcher, iTunes.
we can't have a podcast without.
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Should I proceed to do my apology now
For what?
for saying that like people are playing the race card for Beyonce and Adele?
Nah, fuck that
Like
shit.
people are gonna like, oh, you don't understand.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Should I just? I'll just apologize now. I apologize. I apologize that you are some salty motherfuckers.
Nice.
And Adele's album was way better.
All right. Dear Tony and Mamba, I am a 50-year-old male who has been dating a younger girl, 28,
Nice.
I don't see a problem.
for a year now.
No problem here.
Problem solved. Let's go. Wrap it up.
Everything has been great,
I would assume so. For him, at
except
least.
for one thing.
So close to being done.
I am a virgin.
What?
Get the fuck out of here.
We recently discussed having relations and both agreed that we want to.
What the fuck is he waiting for?
There's just
He's
one problem.
50.
Who discusses having relations?
There's just one problem.
My dick don't work.
I've really talked myself up. I lied and told her that I am much larger than I actually am. Tony and Mamba, I am terrified she'll dump me after she sees me. Please give me some advice. Please.
Unless
Need help fast.
unless he can grow another couple inches.
Wait, he got plenty of excuses and lies they could use. When she's like, when he drops Stroud and she was like, I thought you were bigger. He'd be like, I'm 50. Don't you know how
I
male
was
bodies
bigger.
work?
Yeah.
Everything gets smaller.
Everything gets smaller.
Yeah, it's fucking biology.
Yeah, you should have seen me when I was in my 20s.
Now there's whatever his name is. You can set
Yeah,
the
now
clock
there's
to.
a dick you want to see. Tell him that his old heart can't pump enough blood to get a full-blown erection. There's a billion factors she'll understand.
All right. I would say that even if you don't have a large package, you can still fully satisfy a girl.
Yeah, got to work on that.
The only
I would
problem
know.
is that he's a virgin.
Uh-huh.
So it's
That's
like
true.
So not only does he have a little itty bitty peepee,
He's
but
never had sex
he
before.
hasn't used it that much. So
Right. You need to build up the way to fuck if you got a small dick.
So what you need to do is you need to all right, since he's 50, dating a 28-year-old, I'm assuming he's got a lot of money. That's the only way I see this working or this happening.
Maybe a 28-year-old person just thinks that, reminds her of her father. So
So
she's
she has
like,
That's
you know,
true.
daddy issues?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true. But even though they have daddy issues, they still wouldn't just date a 50-year-old unless he had money. All right. So this guy has money. All right. So
Yeah, they're not going to date some 50-year-old
Yeah.
that fucking works at
Yeah.
McDonald's.
No. Fuck no. So this guy's loaded. This insecure, he's loaded. All right. So since you obviously have the money, what you need to do is you need to tell your girlfriend that you're gonna go away on business for a week. And if she says where, just make up anything. She's 28. She's probably fucking dumb. And she'll believe whatever you say. Tell her you have to go away on business for a week. Then you go to Vegas. And you just line them up. Talking about the host. And you start banging them one by one until you gain enough experience and confidence to come back. And then you're ready for your girlfriend. That's my
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah.
You need to level up. It's like you can't. It's like your girlfriend's like the final boss.
You need a grind, basically.
Yeah.
It's like if you're playing World of Warcraft,
You
you
can't
need to
just
level
you
up.
can't just run straight to the boss.
You gotta kill a bunch
You
of.
gotta kill a bunch of nobodies. You gotta slay some fat dragons before you go to the main one.
Exactly.
So my recommendation is find some girls that are okay. If you're going to Vegas, find some girls that are just actually might work out even better. That are like less attractive than you would normally go for, because that'll build your confidence. Because if you start going for like the top of the line, like she's gonna make you feel insecure and that you're not good enough, which you're probably not. So what you need to do is, like I said, go for like the lower tier. If you go for the lower tier
And work your way up.
and then you work your way up. So I would say get there on a Monday. You know, start off with a 3. You know, just to get your feet wet.
Go to Old Vegas.
Go to Old Vegas.
And then go to Old Vegas, pick up a 70-year-old waitress like the one I saw.
Yes.
And then work your way down to the Strip. And then get to some young blood.
Exactly. So by the time you're done with your trip, you have gained enough experience to satisfy your girlfriend. That's my advice.
So start off Old Vegas with $25 for a handy.
Yes. Start off with a handy.
And then go down to New Vegas and pay some primo money.
Work your way up to getting domed off.
For some premium snatch.
Yes.
That's solid advice. Also, if your dick game isn't, I was going to say what it used to be because it never was.
If your dick game's not what it used to be, but nope, that does not apply.
You should also practice going down on her. Like, do it often and willingly. She wouldn't even realize.
That's true.
That you're not packing.
Just go, you know what?
Who got that good D? I got that good D. Who got that good D? I got that good D.
So, like Mamba said, just make sure you feed yourself a steady diet of pink tacos.
Exactly.
Like, you just go to town. Go like a buffet.
She won't even notice. Like, you still get in it. Like, start off first. Go down on her for like 2 hours minimum.
She'll make sure she like finishes at least 3 times.
And then
by the time you put it in, she won't care.
She doesn't care.
She's like, you know what?
Yeah, I remember that girl. She was a hoe. For show.
So, yeah. That is great advice,
That's
Mamba.
the best advice I can
That
think
is great advice.
Advice I live by. All right, did we answer that question?
I mean, I guess.
Like us on Facebook.
Well, what's your advice then?
Well, first of all, he shouldn't have lied about the size of his dick.
Since you're the most phallically challenged here.
I mean, you're not lying.
Well, he had to lie to her in order to get her.
Yeah.
Obviously, she
not
was
really. I've gotten chicks that with a small wiener.
Did you ever like talk your dick game up, like
No.
make it seem like it's bigger than it was?
No.
That's good.
No, because I mean, they're eventually gonna see it. You know, like why? What's the point? Why am I gonna lie to them if they're like? It's not like for example, it's not like I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna tell them, oh, I look like Brad Pitt when you're gonna fucking see my face and you're gonna see that I don't look like fucking Brad Pitt. You know?
Mm-hmm. I hear you.
Like, why am I gonna lie about my dick? You know, especially if you want to fuck this chick.
That's why you just lie about it.
And
you lie about it because that way she wants you.
And especially if you're a fucking...
And then once you get it in, she's disappointed because it wasn't what you said it was. Well, you already got it in.
Yeah.
No, and that's just that. But especially if you're a fucking virgin, why are you gonna lie about that shit, man? Like, you obviously have no skill in the
If there's
sack.
one thing I would lie about, it's probably being a virgin.
Well, no, I'm not saying don't lie about being a virgin. I'm saying don't lie about your dick if you're a virgin, because you have no skills whatsoever
to back up anything.
To back up your big dick. Like,
so now you got to go out and do like a 2-week cram session.
Exactly, with hookers, like Mamba's saying.
Well, Tony,
the hooker idea was my idea.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I just added onto it.
So, like, see, personally, I may have...
But that's okay to say when you're, like, in your teenage years or maybe early 20s. But when you're, like, yeah, I'm 50 and I'm a virgin, like, half of your life is gone. What have you been doing for the past 50 years?
Yeah, does this guy, like, fap, like, every day?
I would be.
It's got to be a lot of fapping.
So, yeah, I personally... Like, see, like, I've had, even though I may have a smaller penis, I have experience.
You know what I like?
So I know how to work with it.
I like that you're brave enough to admit it.
Hey, man, I don't control the size of my dick. You know, that's what I was born with. You work with what God gave you. And obviously, you know.
But you don't believe in God.
It doesn't matter. It's saying. You work with what the Lord gave you.
But you don't believe in the Lord.
You work with what nature gave you.
You know, if you did believe in the Lord... He probably would have gave you a couple extra inches.
I don't believe in him because of the size of my dick. So if you were to see it, you wouldn't believe in him either.
You want to hear something funny? And it's like a true story. I've never prayed, but when I started watching porn and started, fondling myself, one day, like, I just sat there and prayed. I was like, please, Lord, bless me with a big enough penis to satisfy women. And he didn't answer that prayer, but... At
least you got it out there.
Yeah, I got it out there. That was the only. I think that was like the only time I ever prayed before, which is crazy.
So anyway, yeah, I have experience, so I know how to work with it. Like I know what I can do. I know what I can do and what I cannot do.
So what he should do is like make up for it in other areas, right?
Exactly. Not just that, but like he needs to fucking practice, man. You can't just be. I actually kind of with Tony on this. Like go, fuck a hooker, man. Get it on, get it in,
Yeah,
so that way
you gotta fuck a rando and get it out of the way.
that way when it comes time to do it, you're
Not a one pump chump.
right, exactly. And not just that, but he's gonna come real quick. Like he's gonna be excited. He's gonna like Jason Biggs in fucking
They're gonna come in his pants.
in American Pie. He needs to be able to get it out. He needs to practice.
He needs to build up that tolerance.
Exactly. So I definitely think that he needs to have some practice ahead of time. That's what I say.
All right, so I'm glad we could help this gentleman out.
All right, guys. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter, at New Kids on the Pod. Follow us on Instagram, also at New Kids on the Pod. Send us an email, newkidsonthepod@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail, 774-40-NKOTPO. Go listen, subscribe, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, SoundCloud,
And Deezer.
Yeah, you guys should go like subscribe to us. I think with iTunes, right? It looks really good when we have a lot of subscribers.
I mean, I don't know. I guess.
And go rate us.
You rating us is good. If you give us 5 stars, that helps out a
Go do
lot.
something.
Rating is better than subscribing because nobody sees subscribers. No, we don't even see subscribers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's all about ratings. That's where it's at. Ratings and downloads. Tell your friends, your family members, your mom, your uncle, your grandmother.
Maybe not your grandmother.
Tell your grandmother. She'll love the show.
Okay, tell her, but she won't love it. But tell her anyway.
So, yeah. Tell everybody. Just don't tell my mom. Or Tony's mom.
My mom listened to one episode.
And she
She
loved
probably
it.
regretted it.
She wasn't a fan.
I think she listened to like the worst one.
It was one of the beginning ones, so definitely.
I also want to say shout out to our waitress at Alexander's, or our old waitress at Alexander's.
Oh yeah,
She left. She no longer works there.
makes me sad.
It makes me very sad. Hopefully she will listen to this because she said she likes. Oh, she also critiqued us and said we don't post enough things on Facebook because she likes looking at that stuff.
That's true.
So we got more dank memes coming your way.
I guess. Yeah, I was like, we should take more pictures, but taking pictures is weird.
Yeah, but what do you call it? So
Yeah, we're not photogenic.
I'm definitely
If
not.
we were
Why
good,
do
if we were really good looking and we did take a lot of pictures,
Do
we wouldn't.
YouTube
We wouldn't.
videos.
We'd be on YouTube.
You have a
Not on
YouTube
fucking
channel.
podcast.
I don't look like PewDiePie.
fuck that guy. He's a Jew hater. He's anti-Semitic.
Oh God. Yes, I saw that today.
So anyway, yeah, shout out to her. She says she listens to us on the train, so hopefully she listens to this episode. Mm-hmm. You know who you are. Shout out.
All right,
Keep listening.
You could just say it once. Once you say it more times, it gets.
Hold on, I'm not
creepy.
done. We're gonna miss you at Alexander's. It's fantastic. We love that place. Shout out to Alexander's. Go eat there. It's delicious.
It's pretty good.
What? You've only had the burgers.
Pretty. Oh, well, that's a very tasty burger.
Mom has only had the burgers there, and the soup.
I know. I've had the French toast.
Okay,
I like
great.
the French toast.
Oh, so you're mixing it up a little. Bold move, Mamba. Bold move.
All right, guys. So we will hopefully check you out next week. Hopefully Tony will join us next week.
Maybe.
Because sometimes he just doesn't.
It's been on a roll.
I mean, he almost didn't show up today, so
I'm here, ain't I?
you are. That you are.
We definitely over the hour agreed upon time.
We're an hour and 33 minutes, but
All
you
right.
guys didn't shut the fuck
All
up.
right, shut it. Goodbye, guys.
In a world.
In a world full of me trying to go home and sleep, shut this shit off.
All right, guys. We will check you out next week. Kissies on your dickies.
Yeah, let the track ride. Look at me. Look at us. Look at us. Check it
girl.